Hello, 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 Ka-OTR. This is Off the Record with Migs, Bustos. And for today, we have this segment called OTR Talks. Okay, so guys, if you've been watching my page, especially during the past months, I know I've been doing interviews with athletes, with personalities about their lives, on how they're doing, kung kumusta na nga ba sila during this ECQ. Pero ngayon, I'm taking a different direction and focusing on the NBA, focusing on basketball. And I've just been uploading videos recently on explainers. The most recent one is I declared that the Brooklyn Nets will go to the NBA Finals, given that this lineup of James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant will all be healthy, will all be good, and of course, on paper, okay, on paper, they will reach the NBA Finals. But then, guys, the basketball in the Philippines has been a community. Basketball in general is an obsession. And shout out nga pala sa mga ka-NBA Talk PH dyan po sa Facebook group kung saan ang mga NBA fans, NBA lovers talagang constantly nagkakaroon ng mga discussions about the latest topics in the NBA. And thank you to our ka-NBA Talk PH member who suggested this idea na mag-invite ako ng dalawang members. Okay, invite ako ng dalawang members para pag-usapan. Ito nga bang Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving, Big Three, kung paano nga ba sila magiging successful, how far will they go, will they reach the championship, etc. And of course, if these guests today, they can agree with me or they can disagree with me. And of course, we'll all just have a healthy conversation. Introducing to you our guests for today. Kasama ko to dati sa SNA. Of course, magaling maglaro to para tong si, kung kilala niyo si RK Ilagan. Yan, kung kilala si RK Ilagan ng San Sebastian Stags, yan parang RK Ilagan and shooter pa, the scorer, wala iba. RJ Salido. What's up, RJ?
Thank you, Sir Migs. Thank you. Hi sa inyo lahat.
Okay, so si RJ isa to sa mga active na mga nagko-comment talaga, and active NBA fan and active basketball fan sa Pilipinas. Sige, RJ, I'll get your thoughts later in introducing to you our next guest. I call him KD. He is the KD of the Philippines because he is the biggest Kevin Durant fan and homie sila ni Kevin Durant. Introducing to you Kanish Dargani. What's up, Kanish?
Sir, what's up, bro? Thank you for having me here.
Alright, so ngayon, guys, bago po tayo magsimula, please do subscribe Off the Record with Migs Bustos sa YouTube. And thank you so much for joining us here on OTR Talks. Of course, followed up before, syempre ng OTR Breakdown. Kanish, kwento mo naman sa amin yung homies kayo ni Kevin Durant. You follow each other on Instagram when he's here. You got autographed memorabilia. So what's it like? Nakakausap po ba siya? But how's your kumbaga yung pag-idol mo sa kanya? How's it been throughout the years?
I mean, it's been amazing, obviously being a fan of him and being able to meet him. Not only meet him, but being able to be friends with him and talk to him till today is like an amazing experience, like a dream come true for me. Yeah. So like me thinking of KD is not like just an celebrity or an athlete. I think of him like as a friend. I talk to him, he talks to me. We share our opinion. He shares his opinion. I disagree with him. He disagrees with me. So it's a good conversation, to have with him. He tells me a lot about himself and the team too. So I learned a lot from him too. So yeah.
Talaga. I mean, you exchange messages.
Yeah, we exchange messages. We have a group chat. And he shares his opinions about the players, about the team, and everything. Yeah. So that's how I get to learn.
Wow.
That's how I get to...
You have a group chat with who?
With Kevin Durant.
Sino?
Kevin Durant. Few of the other guys from the States too.
Oh, nice. So how is he as an individual? How is he as a person?
He's actually a great player, a great person. He's so misunderstood because whatever the media say about him is completely wrong. He's a nice guy. He talks to us. He shares everything with us like we're his friends, and that's so crazy to me. So he's just so misunderstood by other people who's hating on him. And I think he's really a good person. Yeah.
Lastly, KD, can you show us your most prized memorabilia of Is it there? You
Yeah,
have it there?
I will just stop the cam and show it to you right now.
Sige, sige, sige. Yeah,
Alright,
go ahead, go ahead.
alright,
Yeah.
alright.
Pero ang galing, no, RJ, no? Ako hindi
Yeah.
ko in-expect eh. Na, kala ko nung una parang ano lang, parang yeah, fan, hello,
Nabang
follow sa Instagram.
nabanggit niya na
Oh,
sa page yan sa NBA Talk. He shared like I think nung Achilles injury ni Kevin Durant on what is KD doing during the off season. So Kanish showed us na parang rehabbing yung stages. Open si Kanish na
mm,
i-share yung mga pictures ni KD na na nagre-rehab nung time na yon.
galing, galing, galing.
Yeah.
Mga, ano, never, mga behind the scenes or never seen before photos. Alright, Kanish, sige. Ano ba yung mga nandyan? Pakita mo naman sa amin.
I got the shoes right here.
Oh.
It's 2KD.
Wow,
This is from Kevin Durant. You can see here 2KD then from KD
2KD.
right here.
Ano size yan, Kanish? Ano size
I
si
think
KD?
size
Size
18.
18. Size 18. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. RJ, gusto ko lang tanungin sa'yo, ano ba ang thoughts mo? Ano ba ang thoughts mo dito sa Big Three ng Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden?
Ako on paper talaga they're one of the teams to beat talaga sa NBA. Just like yung itong mga recent na super teams natin like the Miami, the Golden State, they just need to play together para pagdating ng playoffs, doon talaga lumabas and doon talaga mapakita nila na hindi sila bust yung big three nila. Kasi maging lesson sana yung last year yung LA Clippers were in si Kawhi and Paul George. They're really the team to beat kahit sa odds sa Vegas odds sila talaga yung team to beat. Pero dahil nga hindi naglalaro yung dalawa together with the rest of the team, pagdating ng playoffs kitang-kita nung nagkaroon ng collapse. Kitang-kita na kulang talaga sa chemistry at naging aminado sila na nagkaroon talaga ng problema.
So para sa'yo ngayon, RJ, tingin mo ba, agree ka ba sa akin o disagree ka ba sa akin na automatic mag-East Finals, or sorry, automatic mag-NBA Finals ang Brooklyn
Kaya,
Nets?
yeah, they're the favorite now sa East. But kung with the big three, they're the favorite.
Okay, so ngayon naman puntahan naman natin si Kanish. What's up, Kanish? Okay, Kanish, I know there is some sense of, di naman bias, but there is some sense of leaning towards something. Di ba?
Yes.
Of course, Kevin Durant is there. Pero I want to get your thoughts first. What do you think about KD's game right now? You followed him all your life. Ano yung napansin mo kay Durant ngayon, Kanish?
Right now, obviously came off an Achilles injury, which he's still, getting the rhythm, getting back into the game. But he's been great in playmaking, finding his teammates, and he's so unselfish to the game. And I think he's really good, in scoring and everything. You can see that's Kevin Durant, and yeah, I think he'll still have to still have to work on more his shots and everything because obviously he's coming back on Achilles injury. It's gonna be hard, but that's it. Yeah.
Ikaw, Kanish, para sa iyo ba, Kanish, mag-East Finals, being objective with
Yeah.
that lineup, tingin mo ba at least East Finals or at least NBA Finals?
I think they will win the championship as long as they, make sacrifices and fit into the adjustments and everything. Yeah, they will win the championship or win the ECF finals. Yeah.
Okay, so bold prediction. Okay, so win the championship for Brooklyn Nets. Agree ka ba doon, RJ? Guys, if meron kayong if you can just chime in, you don't have to wait for my questions. You can just
Yeah.
chime in, agree or disagree. RJ, go ahead. React ka doon.
Sabi ko nga Migs, sure may sa NBA Finals itong lineup ng Brooklyn. I would like to add lang about KD's return. So KD has been playing on a different level right now. Kung paano siya before the injury, ito, naglaro ulit siya. But the biggest how would we describe it? The biggest sacrifice is manggagaling sa kanya. kumpara dito kay KD at kay Kyrie. KD will need to now parang take time kung kailan siya magte-take over, kung kailan niya kukunin yung team, kung kailan niya i-handle na parang like for example, Kyrie, James, we have a problem, we need to do this, we need to be on the same page. I think it's KD who needs to be that leader that really will bind together the whole Brooklyn Nets team.
KD.
I think he's right. Yeah, he has to make the most sacrifice, obviously, and yeah, whatever RJ said, I agree to that.
Pero a bold prediction that they will win the championship. Kanish, what will be the biggest obstacle for you?
I think facing Lakers would be like the hardest thing there. Obviously, with LeBron and AD and all their firepower, it's gonna be really hard to stop them. But like again, with having Harden, Kyrie, and KD on the team, I think we can do that. We can do it.
Ngayon nga guys, di ba? Parang as of this interview, sa taping this interview, ang labo pa nga ni Kyrie Irving. I mean guys, fantasy, ko siya, second round ko siya sa fantasy ko. Si Karl Anthony Towns nagka-COVID. Tapos si Kyrie Irving hindi pa naglalaro. Do you believe in that? May mga nababasa ako from like Stephen A. na medyo insurance policy itong si James Harden just in case talagang hindi na ituloy ni Kyrie yung laro niya. Just in case, Harden and Durant are there. Do you think that they can still go even without Kyrie in the mix, Kanish?
I mean, with their game, they're showing they need better defensive players, obviously, to help them out. They need, I think, like what Sean Mark said, he will pick up more players. If Kyrie doesn't play, I think they can still make it to the finals, but it would be tough to win the championship. But at the same time, I think they could win. It's just gonna be a little bit more, a little bit harder. But yeah.
RJ, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. If Kyrie won't go, kailangan ma-feel ng team ng Brooklyn defensive, especially sa wings. So if Harden and KD, then you need to fill up at least 3 and D, a couple of 3 and D. So Harris is a good one, but they need really what they call this like as you have said, Jay Crowder type of player.
Actually, they got Bruce Brown as a great, defensive player. He's been showing that for the past games, and I hope he continues to do that throughout the season. It would be great for the team.
And TLC, I like TLC.
He's great. He's a great scorer.
Yeah. Si Timothy Luwawu Cabarro. DeAndre Jordan, guys. DeAndre Jordan. Is he there to stay? Is he there to, make an impact?
I think he will leave.
Yeah.
I think he will leave. Because
He'll leave?
I think he will leave or get traded. Because the way he has been showing the game, so parang tamad niya, he's not getting rebounds, he's not being consistent on defense, and I think that there's a chance that the Brooklyn Nets will trade him.
Okay, RJ, what are your thoughts?
If they will, if the Nets will just match up for the East, they could just move DJ. I think at least kahit sa bench lang for insurance policy. Because DJ will only be needed if halimbawa makatapat nila like 76ers just to guard Embiid. Sabi nila yan. But kung katulad lang ng mga Boston's Milwaukee, they could go small and play KD at the 4 since KD is very versatile naman pagdating sa position.
Para sa'yo, Kanish, sino ang pinakamalupit na makakatapat ng Brooklyn sa East? The East is rising, right? So Westbrook went to the East, Harden's now in the East, Durant's in the East, etc. Who will be the toughest team to beat?
The toughest, I think, is the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, with Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, and all those guys, I think they're the toughest competition in the East.
Why do you think so? Why?
I don't know. I mean, if Embiid continues to play the game he does, And you got guys like Tobias scoring. Ben Simmons improves his game. It's gonna be really hard for the Nets to stop that.
Ikaw, RJ.
You got
Uh,
like DeAndre Jordan as center, so it's gonna be hard like that.
Ako,
Yeah.
I'll go with Miami just because I think Pat Riley will have a counter move for this Brooklyn getting the James Harden. I Miami has the tools, has the players to guard each KD, Harden and Kyrie in a 7 game series. Sila lang yung may merong players if you will be getting Jimmy Butler, they have Avery Bradley, and then yung guards na combo of Hero and Gragic, and then of course Bam. So personal, Miami has the players that can go toe to toe with the Brooklyn in a 7 game series. Plus they are well coached.
Maganda mga sagot yan, guys. Kasi last year sa Eastern Conference Finals or sa Eastern Conference, lahat nagkakala na Milwaukee Bucks. Lakers
Yeah.
Bucks ang magcha-championship. Eventually, Miami Heat swept the Pacers. Parang, uy, galing. Diba? Galing. Kasi nila yung Pacers.
Yeah.
Tinalo nila yung Bucks. Diba? For you, Kanish, Bucks aren't contenders. They're still gonna be at that level.
Yeah, but like I don't think with like Giannis like shooting from the outside the way you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I don't think that there's a chance for the Bucks to make it past the Nets.
Yeah. Unless Giannis miraculously magkaroon ng consistent outside shot, Bucks really has no chance of getting the finals.
Wait lang.
Bakit, RJ? Sige, KD, go lang. RJ, bakit?
Yeah.
For you, ano sila? Parang hanggang doon na lang sila kahit cohesive sila.
Yeah, it will start kasi kay Giannis eh. So if Giannis can't hit or even can't shoot from outside, game over. Everything magsasag na sa kanya eh. That's the reason why Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez can't have their open shots because masyado nang nabasa yung laro ng Bucks. Masyado nang alam nila na parang Giannis will just bully his way inside. Masyado nang what do you call this? Parang
Predictable?
Predictable. That's the term.
But more than the Bucks. More than the Bucks. So your pick, RJ, is Miami.
Yeah.
Ikaw naman, Kanish, it's Philadelphia. What about Boston? Kanish, what about Boston? Sige, RJ, go ahead. What about Boston?
Boston has issues with depth, I think. They're a very good team, well coached team. But pagdating sa playoffs, they just couldn't hide Kemba. I've watched the Toronto and Boston series, umabot ng Game 7. How Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry continues to attack Kemba. The two Jason and Jalen are very, very talented. But Kemba needs to step up in the playoffs. So kung siya na-scorean, he needs to score like what he needs to what he's doing in the regular season. Score siya ng 20 pero pag playoffs hirap siya eh.
Ikaw, Kanish, wala ka bang believe sa Toronto? Do you think Toronto? Yeah, Toronto.
After Kawhi leaving, it's gonna be hard for them. I mean, they have Pascal and Kyle Lowry, but and Fred VanVleet, but I don't think they could, they could be able to go on top because obviously they lost Serge Ibaka.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be hard for them to go on top this playoffs.
Yeah. And lost Marc Gasol. Yeah.
First round exit.
Wala pa si Marc Gasol. Correct.
Yeah,
wala pa si Marc Gasol. Right. So process of elimination tayo, boys, di ba? So I asked the Bucks, asked the Raptors, most likely for you guys wala na. So ang pinakatatapat na lang talaga dyan para sa Nets, ang Miami Heat, tsaka Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think, RJ? Pero kung Miami Heat at at Brooklyn Nets, sino mananalo for you?
It's
Brooklyn
tough,
Nets.
but yeah, but of course Brooklyn. But it will be a tough series.
What must Nets do para
Uh,
sa'yo? Fast forward tayo sa Eastern Conference
yeah.
Finals. Diba? Paano mo siya nai-imagine? Paano mo
I,
siya nai-imagine yung tempo
yeah,
ng laro?
I imagine it will be go to the distance, and then there are times no East playoffs that Miami run out of gas, and they really they really rely on heroics from Tyler, from Duncan Robinson, which is rookie sila, young players, rookie. Parang nagulat, it caught everybody by surprise na marunong na gumagawa. So pagdating ng playoffs ngayon, for sure mas matututukan na to, mas alam na yung laro ng dalawa. That's why I expect Miami to make another bold move, because if not, mahihirapan silang i-overcome itong Brooklyn. Especially pag 7-game series, darating na kailangan mo na mag-rely sa mga players. Wala, kahit kanino mo ibigay sa Brooklyn, KD, Kyrie, or James, they could score.
Yes, true.
Sige, Kanish, you want to add?
I just agree with what he said. Like, you can't just rely on guys like Tyler Hero to score for you. You gotta like rely on other guys too. Like Jimmy Butler should go off also. And like, yeah, it's gonna be hard to stop Nets because there's Kyrie, KD, and Harden scoring for them. So yeah, the Heat should just like rely on other players too and make some moves happening too. Yeah.
Ano ang comment niyo guys sige Kanish, I will stay with you. Ano comment niyo sa mga nagsasabi, even American analysts say that they all need a ball each. And you also mentioned about sacrifice.
Yeah.
Diba? But ikaw ba, like when you play 2K, diba?
Yeah.
When you're gonna play 2K and you're gonna lalaro mo yung Brooklyn Nets, how do you imagine it to be? How do you want the offense to run? Especially ang isa na ang bola, Kanish. I'll ask the same thing to you, RJ.
I mean, like, obviously it's gonna be hard, you know. 3 of them are all 3 scorers. So like I would want like the offense to run like by each player. They could communicate and talking like who's gonna take the last shot or who's gonna who's that, so they can trust each other more. It's just like that. We'll see really how it will work out to be, you know.
May mga mangyayari talaga yun, di ba, RJ? Alam mo yun sa basketball.
Yeah.
Kapag figure process, di ba? It's like Miami Heat ng 2011. Di ba? They're like, who's gonna take the last shot? Who's the main man?
Yeah.
They may even go through struggles. They even had a
I
losing
mean,
streak.
whoever got the ball should shoot it for me. Like whoever got the last shot, should shoot it.
And all 3 are capable of taking the last shot. RJ, your thoughts?
Yeah. I really want them to, as Kanish said, to be have their own play, but I want also them to be involved in offense, not just by standing. Like when KD played in Golden State, there's play na parang KD set screens, Steph Curry set screens, yung ganon. Not just Kyrie standing, not just Harden standing. It will be make them more dangerous if sila mismo yung nag-i-screen, sila mismo yung gumagalaw, for them to have flow sa offense. Plus of course nandiyan si Joe Harris na talagang spot up shooter nila. So if magkakaroon like for example ng 2-man game of Harden and KD, that's tough. That will be unstoppable.
Alright, so yun nga, ang ganda ng discussion natin dito pagdating sa NBA Talk. Shoutout po sa mga ka-NBA Talk page, Facebook group. Salamat po for your comments and suggestions. And syempre, salamat kay RJ tsaka kay Kanish. It's just fitting, KD, that thank you for joining this stream. Of course, as we talk about Kevin Durant, as we talk about Brooklyn Nets, and RJ, maraming salamat. Kapamilya tayo. And I know you have a lot of opinions. You're really outspoken pagdating sa Philippine and of course global basketball. Lastly guys, shoutout, bigyan ko yung chance para mag-shoutout para sa mga ka-NBA Talk, mga minamahal ninyo, etc. RJ, go ahead.
Just yung page lang, the NBA Talk page. it's really a very very good page there. One of the best Facebook page that I've joined in, from the debates, and then nagkaroon ng basketball league, so I get to know uh, the persons, the people there. So shout out din sa fans, sa mga haters, everything, sa lahat ng NBA Talk people.
All right. Salamat, RJ. KD, para sa'yo.
I wanted to shout out NBA Talk Philippines too. You know, the conversations we have, the fans, the haters, and all. It's all fun. So shout out to you guys, and yeah.
All right. So, guys, maraming salamat. Maraming salamat,
Thank
of
you.
course, RJ Salido, Kanish, Dargani, as we talk about right here, the Broken Nets Big Three. All right. So, please do subscribe Off the Record with Migs Bustos on YouTube, and also please do catch us on Off the Record with Migs and Cheska every Mondays 8 p.m. But of course, for NBA talk, for basketball talk, mga ka-NBA Talk PH, I hope you all are doing good and safe. And sana po tayo magkaroon pa ng magkaroon pa ng healthy conversations. All right. So maraming salamat po. Once again, this has been OTR Talks right here on Off the Record with Migs Bustos. And see you guys in the next episode.